Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day today. So I wanted to run this idea by you, and I think it's a pretty interesting, pretty exciting idea, but I really want some audience feedback. So leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. So I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about my YouTube channel and mostly about how it hasn't really been doing that well lately. I mean, okay, granted, I haven't really been contributing to it very much. I haven't been uploading frequently at all. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and the videos take a long time to make. So the stuff in my personal life has been given the priority, and any kind of hobbies, including making videos, have just kind of been put into the back burner. But yeah, I mean, the videos just haven't been doing very well. I mean, I'm looking at one from 4 months ago with 385 views. There was one from 4 months ago with 367 views. One from a year ago with 667 views. One from a year ago with 666 views. So yeah, I mean, these videos just haven't been getting a lot of views, even though I have 61,000 subscribers. A very, very tiny percentage of them are actually watching my content. So in my mind, what that's telling me is that my videos are not good. They're lame, they're boring, they're not exciting, or they're not informative enough. They're not what the audience is looking for. So when I originally started making videos about a decade ago, I really wanted to do just the facts, just the lessons, leave all the fluff out of it, leave all the theatrics out of it, and just to make it informative. And I thought people would really respond to that, and people would just appreciate, just chemistry, no bullshit. So, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like people really need, or would rather have, something more unique, something more flashy or eye-catching that really grabs their attention and just hooks them in. And so the idea that I have is basically something that's intended to do that, something that's intended to sort of separate myself from other educational channels and do something bold, do something unique that I think people would respond to. So here's the idea. The idea is to continue doing chemistry lessons, tutorials, working out problems, doing walkthroughs and of things like that, but to basically be using very foul, very vulgar, very profane language the entire time. I think it'd be funny. I don't know. I was thinking of what I would call the channel, like what I would call it. I think I would call it something like profanium or something like that, where it's like profanity and then like some metal element like titanium or something like that. Profanium. I think it'd be funny, and I think I'd have fun doing it, and I think it'd be entertaining, and I think it'd also be unique because I just don't think. I mean, the only thing I can think of that's even close to that is like, how the Trailer Park Boys, they have their swear net, where it's like this whole network of channels, and even the news and the sports commentary and all that, like the people are just swearing the whole time. So it's kind of like that. So it's not a completely original idea, but it does seem to be fairly original in the educational world. So I think that would be fun to do. Now, of course, that's going to come with some costs, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay those prices. The first one that I can think of is that by using a lot of vulgar and profane language, it seems like that would be sort of opening the gate for more haters to just come in and talk a lot of shit. And the reason why I say more is because, believe it or not, even for educational channels, there are trolls, there are haters. I mean, I've heard everything from, oh, fuck you, Ben, Khan Academy just kills you. And I've heard, God forbid I make a mistake in a calculation, or I said endothermic when I meant exothermic or something like that. I mean, people are just waiting like vultures just to pounce on any mistake that I've made. And listen, like, I am perfectly happy to be criticized. I'm perfectly happy to be corrected, as long as it's constructive. Like, people have often pointed out mistakes that I've made, and I always say thank you for correcting me. But a lot of people are just dicks about it. They're just like, you got that wrong. What kind of teacher are you? You say you know chemistry, but you don't. That kind of shit. So it just seems like using a lot of vulgar, profane language would kind of open the gate and give a lot of these assholes the green light to just come in and talk a lot of shit. And I just don't know how much of that hostility I want to have in my life. I mean, sometimes it goes to the extreme where, like these these streamers and things like that, you know, people who do live streams, you know, get swatted and stuff like that, and that's really really dangerous. And you know, I'm a I'm a married man with a 13-month-old baby, so I don't need quite that much drama in my life. But if I can get away with doing it with as little amount of that blowback as possible, I think it might be worth it. And the other thing too is that, you know, if I have all these videos of me swearing up a storm, it might affect some of my relationships that I have with some people, not all people. In fact, most people are pretty cool. They don't really give a shit. But and also it might affect my future employability. Like if I go to apply for a job somewhere and then the hiring manager looks me up and sees me throwing down a bunch of F-bombs and this and that, he might have some questions. He might be a little hesitant to hire me. So those are just a couple of things that I've thought about, but I don't know. I just can't get the idea out of my head. It just seems like something that would be really fun to do, and I think people would like it. I don't know. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, please. Like that's what this whole video is intended for, is to pick your brain and for me to get your feedback and to know what you think about this. So, but it sounds pretty cool and it sounds pretty exciting. So it's just, you know, something that I'm thinking about doing. And like I said, I really, really want to know what your thoughts are. All right. Well, that is it. So look forward to reading your feedback, and just have a good one. Take care. Bye.